Well, first of all, when you go outside, life gets better. It just does. Get outside, because what will happen, your serotonin levels will go up, everything gets better, and really what happens is your brain has to turn on.
Welcome to My Daily Mindset, where you get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message each day to help you live your best life.
Yesterday, I talked about environment and how vitally important it is and how everything influences you. Everything. From people to places to things you watch, you hear, everything. So I asked you to look at your environment. Be mindful of your, the people you're around, what the place you are in, whether it's your house or your office or wherever you are, your car, just your environment. Pay attention, right? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use your environment to actually change a mood or a funk. So this is how it works, and it's very, very simple. If you're in a bad mood, you're in a funk, just things aren't going your way, get out of wherever you're at. Normally, if that's your house or, first of all, you can start with rooms, right? So if you're in a room and you're in the spiral, this downward spiral, get out of the room. If that doesn't do it, which a lot of times it doesn't because you're still in either, whether it's your house or, office building, get outside. That is a key element. Once you get outside, you've left the environment that you've been stewing in, ruminating in, whatever it may be. What happens is, well, first of all, when you go outside, life gets better. It just does. Get outside, because what will happen, your serotonin levels will go up, everything gets better, and really what happens is your brain has to turn on. It now has to fire differently than it was no matter where you were at, whether it was your house, your office, or the building you're in. Because first of all, if you're in your house, your brain sees the exact same thing every day. So it doesn't need to pay attention. It relaxes. It can be as lazy as it wants. And then that's when a lot of rumination and, just sort of negative things can happen in that sense. But when you go outside, the brain has to wake up because it doesn't know if a bear is going to come chase you or, it has to wake up and be attentive to the elements. So what that also does is allows it to fire differently. So say you were trying to be creative and you were just in this funk and you couldn't do it. I promise you leave, whether it's you get in your car and drive or you just take a walk or whatever, your brain will start firing and your creativity will spike. If you're in a bad mood, get out of the house. As soon as you get out of the house, everything sort of flips around. It's a different world out there. So that is the tip. If you're in a funk, in a bad mood, you need a spark, no matter what that is, right? Get into a different environment, whether it's changing a room, but also really getting outside and doing something. And it's a motivator. Once you get outside, a lot of times it's a motivating factor for a lot of people. And that sparks, it's the whole momentum thing that I talk about. That sparks better things and better things and better things. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, I'm in a completely different space. But I know for myself, I've literally been in a funk, walked outside, and within 30 seconds, I'm in a completely different frame of mind. So try that the next time you're in a funk, whether that's today, tomorrow, next week, whatever. And even notice it today, even if when you do just sort of walk outside somewhere, see how the world changes for you. All right. Hope you have an amazing one. And remember, this is your life. Live it your way. I appreciate you listening today. And hopefully you found something useful in today's message. And if you did find value, please comment. Also share it with somebody else that may benefit from this. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message from me every single day.